got me in the game now. Read on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kinda drip is a skill, it's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just to heal. With a slip on, spin move, in zone, scope. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a slip on, spin move, in zone, scope. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off.
You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail, cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. Then she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Go and tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
We have a perfect day for football, and the roof is open, in fact, here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25.
5-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, Rivers. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Tyler Ervin back deep. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. On play action, Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From From the gun, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
Rodgers pass.
4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Now Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Williams.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
First down, Packers.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
The 1 yard line.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 1st and goal at the 1. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Colts nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Taylor. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the carry, but they'll need to double that here. It's 3rd and 14.
Third down.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
A gain of a yard.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second and 9 from the 44. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Rodgers took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Green Bay's 3rd-year punter, J.K. Scott, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Block 15! Yo! 49, check 49, check 49.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Nyheim Hines, the ball carrier.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Watch the curl,
From the gun, Rivers. And he'll find Pittman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
check your heart rate.
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Number 28, John.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He's not going to get me. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Check, check. He's a skinny.
This is Hines. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 44. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Colts nothing.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Switch. 12. Check 99. Watch the edge. He's a skinny. 13. Check 13.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That's good.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Load it.
Play fake. Rivers. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 33 yards that time.
8-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor. And a Nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Load it. Load it. Red Delta. Check.
Again, it'll be Taylor. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Brought down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Easy. Get him. Check 43.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Rodgers. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Gain of 11.
11 yards there, 1st down.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Jones. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
On the run for Green.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Rodgers pass.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Complete to Devontae.
That one goes for 36 yards.
36 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
He's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do. Creates a lot of pass interference calls.
Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Packers 14, Colts 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rivers. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
On play action, Rivers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it's going to be second down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And some room to work. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete to Devontae Adams. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the
second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rodgers to throw once more. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers have moved out in front.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
42 the mic, boys. 42 the mic. They can't handle it.
Operating from the gun. Rivers looking for Campbell downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
1st and 10.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
He's across
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3-yard pickup.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Down, Green Bay.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Rodgers now on first down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Orange 5-4.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards.
At the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Shit. Hey. Room. Mike's 42.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 36-yard line.
42's a mark, 42's a mark. I got one. 25, check 12.
They run with Hines. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Hey, check. Mike 42. Mike 42, check. Mike 42.
Play action now. Rivers. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Operating from the gun. Rivers looking for Campbell downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Green's got it over the middle. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You can't block me.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Take 90, round 80. Switch. 58's the money. 58's the money.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The rookie Michael Pittman, the intended receiver that time. And it's third down.
Black 15. Here we go. Mike's 4-2. I'm coming.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First target, first catch, and a first down.
The 48-yard line.
Mike 42. Hey, watch the ball.
On first down, it's Hines. Room here to run. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Aaron Jones
decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike 58, right there.
Now the all-time leading rusher at Boston College, it's A.J. Dillon. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor, and they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
36 yards on the play. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Rivers now to throw on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Packers 35, Colts 28. Rigoberto
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep. It got his man. Complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent gain. 35 yards.
And a Packer first down.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
Brought down at the
just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run it with Jones. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a look at the backup, Jordan Love. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 10, and he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Rivers. He's got Burton here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
You got 3 down.
1st down, Rivers. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Watch tape for 3. Watch tape for 3, man. Hey, orange.
Rivers again. Looking deep downfield. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Taylor. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's get off the field. 58.
From the gun, Rivers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Rocket. 42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. I'm coming.
Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. And Pascal's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
1st and 10 at the 7.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Smith on the stop.
Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game, 35-35.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. On 1st down, Rodgers. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Down.
The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st down, Green Bay.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Rodgers now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
1st down.
When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
draw play. This is Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Right side caught by Green.
Rodgers pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a game.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll find Aguara complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
The coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Davante Adams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Packers 42, Colts 35.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
At the 43.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Single. Left, right.
Here's Hines. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking in the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta! 42's mark.
To throw again. Rivers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Preston Smith in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and long for Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Delta!
Here's Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action. Rivers looking deep for Hilton. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
That's good.
A huge play that time for the Colts. 43 yards.
That's a 19-yard line.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Kenny Clark.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
They're 180, 390. Check, 42's the mark. Here we are, 42's the mark, 42's the mark. It's a party now.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Goal at the 8-yard line.
Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Indianapolis, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.